These are non-volatile solids that form crystals. So if you take sodium chloride, make a saturated solution of it, right, and then allow to cool it, right, then you will see that it forms a crystals of sodium chloride. So all salts behave similarly. You make saturated solution, right, like we did here in case of double salts also. So you heat it, right, make a saturated solution and then allow to cool it. You will see the crystals of salts are forming. Then we have something called as salt hydrolysis. Let's see what is salt hydrolysis. Salt hydrolysis is this: when you dissolve any salt, we have discussed this. You take a salt, dissolve in water, water will dissociate, or water will separate salt into positive ion and negative ion. Now these positive and negative ions will react with positive hydrogen ions and negative hydroxyl ions of water, right. I'll repeat. Salt hydrolysis is that hydro means water, lysis means breaking, right. Salt hydrolysis is water is breaking salt, right. This is hydrolysis. Now hydro means water, lysis means breaking, right. So water is breaking. What it is breaking? Since we are studying salt hydrolysis, so water breaking what? Salt. If you take any salt, let's say sodium carbonate, right, let's see what let's see what will happen when sodium chloride is dissolved in water. Now how it will react with or interact with the ions of water. So when this is dissolved in water, it will form sodium ions plus carbonate ions, right. We know that water also has ions, hydrogen ions and hydroxyl ions. Now this salt, since it's dissociated into ions, this salt, sodium and carbonate ions will react with hydrogen and hydroxyl ions, right. So sodium ion will react with OH ion, forming sodium hydroxide, which we know is a strong base, right. Similarly, carbonate ion will combine with hydrogen ions, giving you H2Cu3 carbonic acid, which we know is a weak base, right. Since salt hydrolysis resulted into a strong base and a weak this is a weak acid, since salt hydrolysis resulted into a strong base and a weak acid, right. So the solution of sodium carbonate, overall solution of sodium carbonate is basic, right. Since we get a strong base, so the solution would be basic, right. Due to this strong base, this solution of sodium carbonate in water is basic or alkaline basic, right. So this happened due to salt hydrolysis, right. What water did, it broke salt into its cation and anion, right. These cation and anions reacted with ions of water, right, to give you a strong base and a weak acid, right. Since it's a strong base, so the entire solution, the overall solution would be basic or alkaline, right. Similarly, if we take some other salt, let's take example of copper sulfate, CuSO4. It will form copper ions plus sulfate ions in water. When you put it in water, it will dissociate into copper sorry, it will form copper ions and sulfate ions right. So we have hydrogen ions and hydroxyl ions in water, right. So copper will react with hydroxyl ion to form copper hydroxide, right, which is a weak base. Similarly, hydrogen will react with sulfate to form sulfuric acid. This we know is a strong acid, right? So this solution would be acidic solution. Why? Because it resulted into a strong acid, so the solution would be acidic, right? So this entire phenomena, right, due to which the solution of salt became basic in the first case and acidic in the second case, this phenomena is known as salt hydrolysis, right? Similarly, so this solution would be acidic. This solution would be acidic due to sulfuric acid formed, right, on dissolving copper hydroxide in on dissolving copper sulfate in water, right? On dissolving copper sulfate in water, it formed sulfuric acid, which is a strong acid. So then solution of copper sulfate in water is acidic because of strong acid, sulfuric acid. Similarly, if we take sodium chloride, right, sodium chloride dissociate into sodium ion and chloride ions, right? So water will form hydrogen ions and hydroxyl ions, right? So this will react with sodium will react with OH to form, right, which is a strong base. Similarly, hydrogen will react with hydrogen ion will react with chloride ion, giving you HCl, which is a strong acid, right? So strong base, strong acid. What it would be? It will result into a neutral solution. Right? Why neutral solution? Because strong acid will neutralize weak base and vice versa. So it's a neutral solution, right? So since we have studied pH before, so in the first case when we dissolved sodium carbonate in water, it formed a strong base, sodium hydroxide, due to which solution of sodium carbonate in water is alkaline or basic, right? So the pH of what would be the pH of the solution? Since it's a basic, so pH would be in the first case pH would be greater than 7. Since bases have pH greater than 7, so the first case pH would be greater than 7. In the second case, when copper sulfate was dissolved in water, it resulted into acidic solution due to strong acid, sulfuric acid, right? So this is an acid solution, right? So we know what would be the pH of the resulting solution. pH would be less than 7, since we know that acids have pH less than 7 on pH scale. And what would be in this case? pH would be equal to 7, because this is a neutral solution, so pH should be equal to 7, right? And what would be the effect of litmus paper on this acidic solution? It will turn blue litmus will turn into red, and phenolphthalein solution will remain colorless. Methyl orange will turn into pink, right? Similarly, in this case, sodium carbonate is a basic solution due to strong base, sodium hydroxide. So for this, red litmus paper will turn into blue. In this case, since it's a strong base, so red litmus paper will turn into blue, right? So we have taken the case of strong acid and a weak base and a strong acid, strong acid and a strong base. Now if we take weak acid and a weak base, weak acid and a weak base is little example of a salt of weak acid and a weak base is CH3COO NH4, ammonium acetate, right? So when this is dissolved in water, it will form CH3COO minus plus NH4 plus, right? So it will react with water, right? It will form weak acid, acetic acid, right? It will form ammonium hydroxide, which is a weak base. So weak acid and weak base. Now the nature of solution, whether it would be acidic or basic, it depends upon the ionization of either of these acids. If it contains more hydrogen ions, then it will act as a strong acidic solution. If it contains a weak base, if it contains, if this ionizes more, right, then it would act as a weak, it would act as a basic solution, right? It depends on the ions, it what the acidity or alkalinity of these kind of salts depend on the undissociated molecules and the dissociated molecules or dissociated ions, right? If we have more, whether we have more hydrogen ions or hydroxyl ions, it depends on that, right? So I hope all this is clear to you, right? Thanks.